Hi, my name is Pilar Ebley. I'm the International Student Coordinator at the University of Minnesota Morris, and myself and Nancy Peterson, our ESL instructor, are here today to tell you a little bit more about our brand new English program for this summer, Stellar. It's English readiness and learning about the liberal arts and Morris and Minnesota. I'm going to turn this presentation over to Nancy Peterson, and she's going to introduce herself, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about the benefits and what the program will actually look like when you arrive in Morris if you decide to participate in this great program that we have for you. So, okay.
Hi, I'm Nancy Peterson. I do teach English as a second language at the University of Minnesota Morris. I look forward to getting to know you and to introducing you to both university life at UMM and to living in the great state of Minnesota. I think you're going to love it here. The program itself is pretty exciting. It's a new program. There are a number of benefits for it. For example, you'll earn 3 academic credits, which is a great advantage over other programs which do not offer any credit towards graduation. This one does offer 3 credits. What will you be doing during the program? Well, each week, it's a 4-week-long program, and each week we'll be focusing on a different academic area. So, for example, during one week we'll talk about history. I'm working with some faculty members right now to develop the curriculum, so we'll be reading about what it means to study history. What are the important topics when you study history? We'll be doing activities. We'll be working with the language, talking about some of the basic vocabulary of studying history. We'll work on reading skills. We'll work on writing skills, all through the topic of history. That'll be one week. The other 3 weeks will be including the academic areas of communication, media, and rhetoric. It's called CMR. That's another area that you may be interested in taking some classes in at the university. We'll study through environmental studies, and another topic that we'll be looking at, a 4th week of the program, will be art. So we'll have a kind of a nice variety of interesting topics that we'll talk about, and again, we'll work on improving English, and we'll put you into a situation which is the same as the classroom situation that you're going to experience in the fall semester. The purpose of the program is to get you used to not only living here in the United States, but also get your English skills up to speed so you're listening a little better, you're more comfortable with the readings that you're going to have to do, you're more comfortable with making presentations, writing papers, all of those things. So we're pretty excited about it. It's coming together very nicely, and I think you're going to appreciate the program, and it's going to be beneficial to you. Pilar?
So while Nancy's been busy planning the curriculum and what you'll do in your class time, my job is to plan the extracurricular activities and what we'll be doing in your off time when you're not studying or in courses with Nancy and the other ESL instructors. So for what that entails is the weekends and the evenings and your meals and all that other fun stuff that you will be living when you're living through this program. So what we have planned right now, we're going to be doing weekend excursions that are connecting back to what you're learning in the classroom. They will have some academic component, but we promise they will be a fun time, and you'll really get to learn a lot about Minnesota and what Minnesota has to offer. Just for an example, after the week that we study art in the classroom, we're going to go to Minneapolis and St. Paul, the Twin Cities of Minnesota, and we'll see some art in action. We'll go to some galleries and museums. We'll go to downtown Minneapolis. We'll eat in some restaurants. We'll do some shopping. So you'll really be able to live what you learned in the classroom. After the history component, we will go to a powwow. Now, you may be saying, what is a powwow? This will be a new experience for many of you. The people that were in the United States before it became the United States, we call Native Americans, and they still have their traditions and customs that they still practice today. And so we will get to go take part in that extraordinary practice that they have, and see what that is of the world. So it'll be a really interesting and fun learning experience for you. We will also go to Duluth, Minnesota. Duluth is a beautiful city. It's set on Lake Superior, one of the Great Lakes in the United States. There's lots of fun activities to do besides hiking and boating and spending time on the lake. And just really enjoying the city. And when we're there, we'll also probably do some service work, and that will be maybe a new concept for you. You may have had that integrated into some of your coursework in high school, or if you've done any college work. But here at Morris, we really try to integrate service work into our courses, so that'll give you a taste of what that is. We call that service learning, and we did do some of that in our orientation last year. If maybe some of your friends who are here now may have told you about some of their experiences.
So what would be an example of service learning?
So an example of service learning, last year we had a group during orientation work with a organization to build a home. We have an organization in the United States called Habitat for Humanity that builds home for lower income families that can't afford a home. And so we had students go into the house with nails and hammers and actually build a home. So that's just one small example of service learning, but they're learning and providing a service to the community at the same time. And it gets you out in the community, it allows you to practice your English, you get to meet people from Minnesota, you get to understand a little bit more about the culture here. And so there's many, many benefits to doing that kind of project while we're out and about. One other weekend we will go to Glenwood, Minnesota. We're not exactly sure. In the summer in Minnesota, people really celebrate summer and the lake culture, and there's parades and there's boat races and lots of fun things to do. And so we're really going to try to take advantage of some of that. Lots of camping. People really enjoy the outdoors here, canoeing, those kind of things. So we are going to definitely have some of that integrated into some of your weekends and evening times so that you can experience the beautiful summers of Minnesota.
So the program is going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of great activities in addition to the academic work, but it is a serious academic program too. And keep in mind that the purpose is to not only get you used to living in Minnesota, looking at what Minnesota has to offer, but really to get you ready so that when you go into your classes in the fall, that you do the best job that you can, that it's a little bit easier for you to be successful. That's really the purpose. Again, you will have homework. It's an academic program. You will have time that you're going to need to study each day, reading and writing or exploring, investigating, researching, these sorts of things. So while you should be prepared to work hard, you should also be prepared to enjoy yourself. It's a great combination of both of those things.
And on that note, what we've noticed in the past, and the reason we're offering this program, is that adjustment period for most of our international students happens during the fall semester while they're trying to take courses, and they're practicing their English and getting used to being here, and really are at somewhat of a disadvantage to the other students in the class who don't have those barriers when they're starting here. So we're trying to give you an advantage to come and start early and get used to the language and get it strong, so when you do start the fall semester, you don't have those as much of an adjustment period as you would have if you started, right when you got here and had to walk into hard classes right away. And so our goal is to get you adjusted and get your English strong so you're confident and you can succeed here at Morris, because that's what we want, you to succeed and to have a great college experience here in the United States. Okay.
I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the time. We are looking forward to seeing you come July. And if you have any questions, you can always reach us. Selena knows how to get in touch with us, and I think you have my email address on the brochures we sent over. So thank you, and goodbye.
Bye.